Hey guys, BioLizard1 here, and today I'm gonna bring you a Wi-Fi battle against DualShock. And this is an overused match where I'm using one of my favorite overused teams. And he's actually using a team with GeneSect. And before you start shouting something, it was at a time where GeneSect is OU. I'm not sure if by the time I upload this video, GeneSect is actually going to be OU. But for now it is, this period, so he's gonna use it. It's perfectly legal. And he's going to start with it. He's going to lead with his GeneSect, and I'm going to lead off with my Terrakion. I basically know that this GeneSect doesn't have anything to hit my Terrakion with, so I'm just going to set up the Stealth Rocks first turn and check out what kind of GeneSect this is, because most of them carry a Scarf. There are also some variants that carry a choice specs, and then there are the Life Orb variants, who I don't like that much, but this is a Life Orb variant, so this is great for me. Now I know that I will be able to outspeed him with my Terrakion if necessary, or even with my Tyranitar. Basically all fast Pokemon on my team are going to be able to outspeed him, so I'm really fine with that. He's gonna switch out into Infernape. Probably the Mag Punch is coming my way, so I'm gonna switch out in my Slowbro. Slowbro is going to take that Mag Punch with relative ease, and now I can predict him to switch out because he obviously doesn't want to stay in against the incoming Scald. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go for Scald, knowing that if GeneSect comes back in, it's just gonna do some good amount of damage to him. If it burns it, then yeah, that would just be perfect for me. But unfortunately I don't get that 30% of burn hex. It's just gonna do some good damage to him, and I'm pretty sure that he's gonna go for a T-Bolt right now. So I'm gonna switch out into my Amoonguss. Amoonguss, being my special wall of this team, is going to sponge that attack with relative ease, and he's gonna get hit by some Life Orb recoil damage. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm actually glad that this happened, because now his GeneSect is already a little bit lower in hit point stats. Now I'm figuring, yeah, he probably has Flamethrower, but I have a feeling I'm gonna take it. Normally I should take it, because it's not Stab, and I'm actually going to take it, which is awesome. I'm gonna be able to get off a Spore, and yeah, GeneSect is actually at an amount of hit points where he is no longer a threat, and where I can come in and revenge kill him with something else on my team. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't want to take any risk, and I just wanted to Spore him anyway, because he's, after seeing his team, one of the biggest threats on it. Now he's gonna switch out into his Blissey, and I was actually thinking, this was actually a double switch, so this is great for me. I can threaten him out with my superpower right now. Not sure if he's gonna predict it, but he has a feeling that he's not gonna take an Earthquake, Crunch, Stone Edge, or whatever Tyranitar throws at him. He's not gonna take it with relative ease, so I'm just gonna go for that superpower. He's gonna switch into his Infernape, and that was just bad because I was really close to clicking Stone Edge. So if I went for Stone Edge, then Infernape would have died already this early in the game, which would have been great for me, but that's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna switch out into my Slowbro again, because I don't want to take a risk of him going for a close combat and finishing off my T-Tar this early in the game. He's gonna go for a U-turn, and I don't see any Life Orb damage, so I'm thinking, by the damage that did, that is probably a Scarf Ape. So I'm gonna take that risk, and I'm gonna take it into account that that Infernape is Scarfed, because if it was banded, that U-turn would have done way more damage against my Slowbro. So I'm just gonna leave my Slowbro in right now against his Tentacruel. Tentacruel is probably gonna spin my rapid spin my Stealth Rocks away. But I'm just gonna switch out into my Amoonguss right now, knowing that if I'm able to switch him out, I'm gonna get some hit points back due to Regenerator, and I'm gonna lose my Stealth Rocks anyway. So the only thing I can do is set them up later on in the game, and I don't want to switch into Terrakion because he may threaten me with the Scald or Toxic, and I don't want my Terrakion to get hit by it. I have a feeling that since he has Blissey, I can really use that Terrakion later on in the game. So I'm gonna switch into Terrakion now, predicting him to switch out, and he's gonna actually switch out into his Blissey, and this is an open opportunity for me. I'm going to go for the close combat without even thinking about it. I'm just gonna go for it and try to hurt that Blissey, but he's actually going to switch out into Skarmory. I kinda predicted that this would happen, but now I at least got some damage on Skarmory, so I'm pretty fine with it. And because I got this defense and special defense drop, I'm kinda thinking that this Skarmory is probably going to go for an attacking move, probably Brave Bird, and go and try and finish off my Terrakion, because he too realizes that my Terrakion is a huge threat to his team. So he's actually going to go for that Brave Bird, But I'm gonna switch out into my Heatran. Heatran is gonna take that Brave Bird with relative ease. And now I'm gonna predict him to switch back out into his Tentacruel. So I'm just gonna hit that Tentacruel with a Choice Specs Earth Power. It doesn't stab, but it's just gonna do some good amount of damage. And after the attack hits, I watch his hit point go down, and I'm thinking, can it kill him in one turn? But that's a bridge too far. It's not gonna happen. He's gonna be switched into his Tentacruel, but he can switch out at any point because I don't have Stealth Rocks up anymore. But I'm thinking he might go for either a Scald or for a Toxic. So I'm just gonna switch out into my Amoonguss, who can basically take both. But he's gonna go for Protect, so that kind of got me thinking. Most of the Tentacruels have either Protect or Toxic, so this guy might not have Toxic, and that is an interesting thing I have to note. I'm just gonna go for a Giga Drain, not sure why. The better thing that I should have done is switch out immediately, but yeah, I just wanted to get some good damage on that Tentacruel, and he may wanted to stay in, not sure, set up Toxic Spikes, but yeah, I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain as illustrated in this fragment of the battle. It's not going to do that much to Skarmory, so now I'm pretty sure that he's going to get 2 turns of spikes up. 1 turn where my Heatran is going to come in, and 1 turn where my Heatran is not going to be faster than Skarmory. But I'm just going to stay in with Heatran, and I'm not going to overpredict because the switch into Tentacruel is obvious right now. So I'm just going to go for Overheat. And he stays in, so that's fabulous for me. He's going to lose his Skarmory, and that is just perfectly fine for me. His Genesect is asleep, his physical wall Skarmory is gone, so that kind of means that my Terrakion is ready to throw some close combats into the ring. He's gonna switch out into Cloyster. This is still a main threat to my team. I'm predicting him to go for Shell Smash, but I'm going to switch into my Slowbro, actually predicting that. And the bad thing for me is that my Slowbro is not at full health due to the spikes damage. So I just have to hope that my Slowbro is going to be able to take that Rock Blast coming from this Cloyster. But I see one thing that is going to be into my advantage. He does not have White Herb, which means that his defense and special defense are not going to be restored. And that means that I should go for Scald right now and hope to burn him. If I don't burn him, then I'm still going to do about 40% of damage to him. And that is great because then he is at a point where Life Orb and Sandstorm will take him down, and where my Scizor can come in and finish him off with a Choice Banded Priority Bullet Punch. So that is what I'm going for. As you see, the damage is racking up. My Slowbro is luckily going to survive, and he's going to need 1 more turn of Rock Blasts to finish me out. To finish me off, and that is going to cost him 1 time Life Orb damage and 1 time Sandstorm damage. So he will be at a range where Scizor is going to be able to take him down. So after these special little after turn effects, I'm gonna switch out into Scizor, and I don't really mind if he switches in Tentacruel because Scizor is going to beat Tentacruel with a Bullet Punch as well. So I'm just gonna go for that Bullet Punch right now. Cloyster is not going to take it. He's gonna switch out into Ape, and here I went to the Smogon damage calculator, and Bullet Punch should do about 40% of damage. But it was between 30 and 40%, but obviously it did 30 because yeah, otherwise Infernape would have died. But I'm actually glad that he went for a Flare Blitz and finished off my Scizor, because now it's a double down and I'm going to be able to freely switch into my Terrakion and probably sweep the rest of his team with it. So that is what I'm going to continue doing. Switch into my Terrakion. I'm going to go for close combat straight off the bat, and Chansey is not going to take it. Chansey has one hell of HP, but Terrakion is just a powerhouse, and a close combat coming from this Terrakion being stabbed and such doesn't even need a Choice Band or Life Orb to finish off this Blissey. So that is just great for me. The Pokemon he has left now are Genesect and Tentacruel. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge. Stone Edge is going to hit that Tentacruel as well. Tentacruel is gonna die, and now he's going to go into his last Pokemon, his Genesect, who's gonna be asleep, and he will be at a range where close combat is going to finish him off. So this was a good game, DualShock. I really enjoyed. You guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to leave your answer to the question of the day in the comment section below, which will be who is your MVP of this match. For me it was Terrakion. Leave your answer as a reply in the comment section below and you might win the Pokemon you voted for. This was BioLizard1, bye bye.